There he is. My man's was ready today. You made it by 10 seconds, Dave Plaza.
That's pretty darn impressive. Love to see it.
Oh yeah, that was a great Easter. We had to travel a little bit, but we had like a service on the beach. It was pretty awesome. We did it a couple years ago too. Like an hour and a half to get there with. It was pretty sweet. I think I could give Jesus an hour and a half. Same. Anyways, you guys know the drill. Give it a few minutes here on the intro. Then we'll do a Bitcoin top down. We'll look at some of the coins in my portfolio. Look at some recommendations from you guys. Probably get out of here in 2 hours, something like that. Maybe 3. Ready for total eclipse? Yeah! I got some eclipse glasses the other day at the mall. At my girlfriend's request. I didn't even know it was happening, to be honest. That should be pretty fun. Bucket list, hey, right on, man. Well, you're gonna get to see it, yeah? I hope so. Oh, I guess I should share it. I didn't even share it in the chat. What's up, Dustin? Zach? I'm doing good. Good to see you guys. You guys might have to help me with some audio adjustments and stuff. I haven't done StreamYard in a while. Doing pretty good, Chris. Happy to see you guys here. We'll give it a couple more minutes and then we'll get to the charts. Audio's good? Alright. And sadly, we can't do like YouTube music. We'll have to do just like copyright free, royalty free music shit, but it'll be fine. I've been wondering this a few weeks, brother. Is it Michael? Michael? Michelle? Mitchell? We gotta get this sorted. Either way, happy Sunday, brother. All the glory to God, as always. I ain't nothing without him. Prime thoughts? Yes. I don't care what anyone
Someone says, man, Prime is a triple digit coin. Both digits. 3 numbers. 1, 1, 1.
Go to the charts here. And let's throw on. How about night driving? That's pretty nice, not too distracting. I can't tell from my end either the audio of my voice versus the music, so we might have to adjust that. Why genius is so AIDS. I haven't even looked since I puked it. When I puke something, man, I stop looking at it. It does not exist to me. Goes 10x after? Shit, not on my watch. Well, unlike many, it seems like this was actually a pretty good cut. If anything, though, man, I wish some projects could learn. This amount of liquidity for this market cap, or even this, is so nice. I wish every one of my projects at 30 mil could have 3 million liquidity. Or better yet, like Dog, 50 million liquidity for 250 mil. Oh! Instead, you tend to get like 500k for 30 mil. No knocks to VMint. I love VMint, but like, I don't know. I feel like you should be at least 5% of your market cap liquidity. Which would be what, like 1.4 mil? Or like here we go. 2.2 for 8.5, solid. IRS is aight. It's about at that 5% mark. I have to be careful what we show here, guys. It's a public live stream now. We can't be talking about some super low cap, low lick shitters, or the crypto Twitter overlords are gonna come shit on me. Genius still a buy? I don't know. I'm not interested. This price action is horrible. It doesn't interest me at all. If I had free money, this would not be something I'm looking to get. Main things I want more of. I mean, honestly, I'm not even at the state where I can buy more stuff. I gotta take some money out for some IRL stuff. But I really wanted more bag. I think I got enough, but it doesn't ever feel like enough. Kind of want some more circle. I think I'm good on Dog. I maybe sold a little bit too much on this last couple of weeks, but still happily exposed. I think I'm good on Ampleforth too. I really hope WMC pulls back, man. I can't believe I didn't add more at like under 10. Such a whiff. Honestly, I wouldn't like a little more pod. Pods for base is pretty nice. Some Keems, dude. I don't have enough Keems. So Ocean? Omnom? Yeah, we're gonna look at Omnom. I don't need any more though. I have an actually enormous bag. I think it's my second biggest bag in crypto right now. Chilling up a casual 170x. Actually disgusting. Daily candle's kind of ass though. But I think that'll resolve itself. 70k rejection on Bitcoin's kind of shite too, but that's about it. Hooker on Soul. Hooker. Why would I hook her if I don't even know her? I'm just playing. Is that Tucker Carlson? Is that what that is? Yeah, we'll look at memes though. I want to start with Bitcoin here, and then we can go through the lineup and look at some other stuff. Let's go ahead and see what people are bearish about for some reason. I just can't imagine there's anything to be bearish about here, other than maybe some of the cycles. Some of the cycles are a bit questionable, but I always being overbought or oversold historically doesn't really mean that much. I mean, you'll stay in this top region for years. So I think this is a kind of giant debate. It's a meme. Yeah, I thought so. Sounds like it. We're having a G Hub. Yeah, I got G Hub up here. I think G Hub looks pretty solid. Anyways, not really much to outline on the Bitcoin monthly. I mean, we can do some levels, but it's kind of all just, there's not that many levels to really look at right now. I mean, pretty much every level that was relevant is nowhere even near where we are. I would say the most relevant right now is probably the 2021 high, the previous 2021 high, and last monthly candle's low. Might as well just get rid of everything else. I think this is what matters the most. So far, we're pretty nicely respecting the former two. We still got a few weeks to go. Let's do shitcoins. Yeah. We gotta stick to the rhythm, brother. We gotta start with Bitcoin. You never miss that. How long do you go for the halving? It's like what, less than 2 weeks now, isn't it? Actually crazy how fast we're moving, man. Anyways, yeah, as far as monthly levels, that's about all we got. I mean, you could throw up some fibs from the last, the last big higher low down there. I mean, it shows higher time frame support in the 50s and the 40s, but I pretty strongly believe we're not going to see those levels again anytime soon. And then on the weekly, pretty great hold so far of this previous BCI in here. I mean, it's kind of a fat range, this entire candle. So, I don't like drawing these massive boxes as support. Like, oh, this $10,000 region is support. But that's kind of the case at the moment. We're just trying to see if we're going to run these lows or if we're just going to keep making higher lows. And pretty much the whole cycle, we've kind of screwed people who thought we were going to run the lows. Like back here, we got so close and we didn't do it. And after this post ETF approval dump, we didn't even get close to retesting that low. And then so far, we had, let's go to the daily, we can see this better. We had this big flush. Everyone's expecting this level to get run, and it didn't. Now everyone's expecting this level to get run. Maybe it doesn't. And don't get me wrong, I'm kind of everyone in this camp. Like, I've been, I'm not sidelined by any stretch of the imagination, but it just kind of makes sense that this level gets run at some point. But I'm not going to complain if we don't. If we just keep this beautiful, simple price action, that's fine by me too. So far we're just making higher lows. We got our first lower high potentially, but whichever way we go, it's probably going to send pretty hard. But you guys already know my game plan. I'm not trying to overthink these little moves. Like, maybe we go to upper 50s, maybe we go straight to 75. It's all the same game plan for me. I'm not trying to trade this around on the 4 hour and the 1 hour. I'm just constantly adding to positions that I want to sell. That I want to sell over 100K Bitcoin. Simple as that. Maybe we get there next month. Maybe we get there after the summer. I don't really know. I don't feel like it benefits me to roll the dice and try and guess. But either way, my bags are packed. If we get a big nuke, maybe I'll do a little rotating around, but I'm pretty much completely out of stables. Definitely not going to inject any fresh capital into crypto. Pretty much just going to be sitting on my hands. Like I said, I'm open to a little rotation here and there, depending on how things go. But for the most part, I really, really, more than ever, don't want to buy new stuff. Like I've been saying that since during February, and I really can't stop finding cool new stuff to get into, but I really just don't want to buy new stuff. Like there's this meme, and then there's that meme, and there's this DeFi protocol, and there's this AI whatever. Like I got enough of all of it. Being real. But anyways, today's gonna be a pretty important day, and I guess going into Monday as well. We're at probably the most important level on the chart, and really want to see us tear through here. If we can't, then there's really no way to tell whether or not we're going to actually run these lows or not. I'm still all for it. It's kind of 50-50 at this point. There's so many long positions that'll get wiped if we go down here. But you also know there's a huge amount of people that are shorting the shit out of this right now in expectation of, some kind of A, B, C, whatever. I'm cool with it either way. But I would probably prefer we just send right through. It's just more fun for everyone, honestly. But for now, I guess we just focus on the 4-hour trend more than anything. Right? If this little uptrend gets cooked, then maybe we got a fair shot at running some of these lows. But for now, it's just like post ETF, all the way up on this move. People are wondering, we're going to make a lower high and go over. But what did we really get? We got a 4-hour trend that never broke. Right? Simple, higher highs, higher lows. That's all she wrote, and we talked about it pretty much the entire time this was going on streams. That if you're stressed out, if you're uncertain about which way this is going to go, blah, 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 just trade the 4-hour chart, right? As long as this trend remains, buy dips. If this breaks, you can cut positions and then just wait for the new 4-hour trend to emerge. And it's not always going to be that simple, but in this chance, it actually was just that simple. And then we held the bands again. And then, the end of March, we broke down, and now we're just chopping around. But as far as I can tell, things still look pretty good. And whenever you get nervous, I just zoom out. I don't see what there is to be nervous about. 13 more days for halving. Yep. The lowest we can realistically go back to is 58K. No, not really. Realistically, on the weekly, we could check previous cycles. I don't think it really is that useful because every cycle is a bit different. But in 2017, for example, we tested pretty deep into the bands a few times and bounced back. And the weekly bands right now are in the low 50s, upper 40s. I would say realistically, that's probably the worst we would see. Right? On the weekly, our last higher low was, post ETFs. 61.8 fib is around 52K for that. Now, I'm not saying we'd see these levels. I definitely err on the side of not seeing those levels. But if we start to crack low 60s, we're kind of in the same boat as back here where, we could easily we're sitting in no man's land. You could easily just float lower, or you could reclaim the bands and, see continuation. And this is basically where we're at on the 4-hour right now, where we've lost trend and we've reclaimed it. We're just now trying to have a new little uptrend. But, you know, we'll see where it goes. I mean, obviously, worst case, we could always see a lot lower. Blah, blah, blah. Everyone knows that. I'm just not really seeing what the catalyst would be for that. What's good, Smithy? Yeah, happy Sunday, homie. I'm having a wonderful day. All right, anyways, I know you guys got a lot of stuff you want to look at. I'm going to try and briefly go through, and actually briefly this time, some of the stuff, you know, I've gotten I'm looking at. Starting with Ampleforth. Did a great job in Blockcircle buying the lows back under $1. I bought some as well on the way down around 130. And now we're back in positive rebase territory. How long will that last? I don't know, but we only got negative rebases for, what, like 4 days? 3 days or something? After, what, February 8th to March 25th, like a month and a half of positive rebase, and we got 4 days of negative. I mean, come on. The trend is pretty clear to me. If you don't understand the Ampleforth chart and how its stability and rebasing works, you can just look at wrapped Ample on Coinbase, and this will give you the more familiar kind of chart you're looking for, which is very clearly a bullish chart. I don't know how anyone could argue that. On the weekly, you know, we're clearly making higher highs and higher lows. On the daily, clearly making higher highs and higher lows. Maybe we pull back once more into like the 110s, 120s. But I'm not, you guys know, I'm not trading this around at all. I bought a boatload back here. I added in here. And now I'm pretty much max size, but this is probably my favorite position in crypto. It's not my biggest bag, thanks to Welsh and Omnom, but it's easily my favorite and something I feel the safest in. So that's Ampleforth, looking good. Nice weekly candle. People who don't understand this chart probably wonder why I invest in it. Tend to get reading, my friend. But, looks really solid. Next up, we got Omnom. Clear Dogecoin beta. And my buddy Modest has this whole idea of following the Shiba fractal from back in 2021. I'm not so sure I buy into that necessarily, but it's pretty interesting. Essentially, in 2021, from April 10th to, I don't know, like May 20th or something like that, Shiba Inu went from 50 million to like $20 billion. We're sitting right around 60 million. The chart lines up kind of beautifully with Shiba Inu too, but I don't know. I just don't really buy into the whole fractal thing. But I'm definitely looking for at least a 10x from here on Omnom, which would bring me up to like 1500x from entry just a month ago. So really excited about this one. Pretty much the only thing on Doge chain that looks even remotely interesting. And, you know, it's the main meme coin of the blockchain of the main meme coin. Doesn't get much simpler than that. Then we got Welsh, of course, looking pretty nice. Nice bounce off the lows down here. Only been about a month since we topped out. I'm sure a lot of people that are in this, it feels a lot longer than that. But realistically, this really doesn't look that bad. You know, throw up a trend line or some shit if you want to. But I think it's really just a matter of time with this. I'm pretty sure we just got an announcement of the Nakamoto rollout will start soon. The next few weeks, I think, if I recall that right. So that'll turn stacks into 5-second block times, which will make for beautiful DeFi trades over there if the IRS agents are watching. Oh, rest in peace, Crypto Creasy. Welcome, Crypto Connor. Good to have you, brother. But yeah, I think a lot of the stacks Eco is going to go really hard in the coming months. For those of you that have traded on it the past 3 to 6 months, we know it is a slog. 20 to 30 minute block times with Bitcoin is just a bitch. So it'd be really nice to be on Bitcoin. Excuse me. But to actually have 5-second block times. Anyways, Welsh looking really solid. Still holding the majority of mine. I think. Let me think here. I have something like 88% of my stack. You know, we've only gone to 150 mil. I'm definitely going to be scaling out up to $1 billion. I'm not going to diamond hand for 10 billion or whatever, but I'm going to be trailing out the whole way up. It's been a wonderful trade. Next up, EMC. Got a ton of people still sleeping on this one. I mean, you'd think this had been sideways for 6 months the way people act towards it. I mean, it's just everything I see with the team, what's going on behind the scenes. I mean, one of the highest quality projects I've seen out there. I feel extremely good about being in this one. I don't think I've sold any since I bought into their strategic sale back here, and I got my spot position in here. I've just been holding, and I really don't want to sell any for single digits. Diamond handing this one. I think this is super undervalued. Dog, we won't go too deep into the theory behind provenance coins or anything, but it's fractionalized ownership of the original Doge NFT. Pretty straightforward. Insanely thick liquidity. Whales are going to love this one. Still rocking maybe half of my size on this or something like that. It's been a good trade. You know, we accumulated all of ours back in December and January. So we've had basically a, I don't know, what is that, like a 6 to 7x, something like that, 7, 8x. It's been a good run so far. I think this can pretty easily reach $1 billion this cycle. Should be no problem. Suli, are you talking about EMC? Yeah, I mean it's ridiculous. Like, it's because it topped out in like the later in February, and there's been so many meme coins just going like 50x, 100x, like it's nothing. That the idea of holding something down, you know, 30% or whatever during the same time frame is very painful. I guess, you know, some people just got to be all in memes. Power to them. I like to have a nice balance. I got a boatload of memes, and I got a boatload of stuff that I feel much safer in for longer periods of time. You know, God forbid anyone mention it now, but all these memes are going to go to zero or very close. You know, there will be 1 or 2 that stick around. Like Dog with Pat probably stays around, just like Shiba Inu didn't go to zero, but they're all going to crash, obviously. I like to be in stuff that's probably going to be a bit more sustainable, while also being in some stuff that's complete garbage, but it's fun and super hot and all that good stuff. Oh, sorry, I missed your comment, Smithy. Buying anything exciting IRL or just stuff? Why did I have to take out money? There's something... I can't remember what it was. Something from yesterday that I had to pay for. It's gonna be pretty expensive. I can't remember what it was, but it's not exciting. Nothing exciting. I am going on a vacation though in a couple weeks, so I do want a little extra spending cash. Anytime I reduce my bank account funds at all, I kind of like to just replenish it. You know, like I don't really need the cash out right now, but I don't know. I try to keep a set amount kind of at all times, just in case crypto goes to complete shit out of nowhere. I'll be good for a while. But it's nothing exciting. No Ferrari yet, you know, no new condo or anything. But a much deserved vacation. I haven't had a good one since late 2022. The only vacations I've been on the last couple of years are visiting my folks, which is always fun, but something a little more upscale this time. What are your 3 biggest holdings as of now? Welsh Corgi, Ampleforth, and Omnom, followed by EMC, Dog, Riso, Cat Bag, E5, a few other things. Yeah, Welsh, Ample, and Omnom are the only 7-figure positions I have right now. Coming to Europe? Nah, I'm not leaving the country. But I'll be in Europe probably next year at some point. I just really hate traveling internationally. Me and my girlfriend both. We're just not much for traveling. I don't like any flight that's more than 3 to 5 hours. It's just not for me. Like, oh, I'm gonna travel to see different shaped buildings, and it's no hate, of course, for people that like traveling, and I'm sure there's places that are very beautiful and fun. But I'm good. The only reason I travel is to see some friends. But not this year. Maybe next year. Hope you will. Hope you will, Hassan. You see the guy dumped his stack and bought it all back? Dude, I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was at all on EMC. Some guy full stacked like 150K and then bought it all back. You can see the candles are pretty much identical. I have no idea why he did that. He lost some size too. Or he lost some USDT, I can't remember which one. I don't remember if he bought back all of his coins or used all of his USDT, but yeah, he just pukes it, rebuys it. I don't know. Was that like some clever market maker tactic to set up a nice, beautiful wick? Because it didn't really change much. I mean, it's kind of just doing, imagine it didn't happen, it would still look pretty much the same. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. Maybe a fat finger, or maybe he was compromised and got his wallet back right after or something. Beats me. Hoping for Fadam to run like Pal, just pulling off. I think Fadam still goes on a good run. No, I don't own any anymore, but I'm sure it'll go on a really solid run. It's a high quality project. I just felt the team's communication was very poor, and the state of the app right now is not very good either. It's also just not performing that well lately. But it went 50x or something from the bottom from July to December, so it's not that surprising to have a bit of a cool off phase. Same with Creso. You got to keep in mind this is up from like $1 to $2 million market cap we got in. It's at 50 now after coming down 50% from the highs. So I think it's a pretty normal stuff. Yeah, best of luck on Fadam. I sold my PAL way too early. I was in PAL from the bottom, I'm pretty sure, like Pico bottom. What the hell is that chart? I must have had PAL somewhere back here. I think it was in the 4s. It was like in here. And I pretty much sold all of mine by the end of this first run up at like 3 to 4 cents when that broke down, which was a good sale back in August. But then, when we got the next setup, I was just not focused on it anymore. But this would have been a great buy. Although I probably would have puked a lot of it too early again. What is it even at now? 60 cents? Goodness gracious. Charts Chad, dude. And if you compare to Fadam, Pal kind of did the same thing, sideways for 3 months before lifting off again. I think it's pretty normal. Did you check index later? Yeah. Yeah, we can go check that right here. Win 812 super fast. I'm not buying the super fast until the cycle's over. I don't care. I could buy it now if I wanted to, but I'm just trying to hold off on any big purchases until the cycle is done. Last cycle, I made the mistake of buying a $50,000 sports car in December 2020. 2020 or 2019, I can't remember. I think it was 2020. And that would have been worth like $1 million in crypto like 6 months later. Where's your NMT? I don't got NMT anymore. Are you in the Discord? I announced I cut that a while ago. Probably gonna miss out on a good run though. I mean, it looks like it pretty much fully recovered. You know, whatever happened in here, I don't even remember what happened at that point. I think it was Bud though. But you know, once it clears back above here, I mean, it's probably off to the races again. I just didn't have room for it. Had other stuff I wanted, you know. Got in back here, cutting in here. I mean, still a profitable trade. Nothing crazy to go off about. Probably miss a big run, but I just don't have room for it anymore. And it's quite similar project to EMC, although I think EMC is better. But you know, if I had no exposure to this kind of narrative, it's like GPU-esque narrative, I would have kept it. But I got plenty of exposure between EMC and Chlor, which also is holding pretty nicely into the old highs. The index, I think, looks really nice today. In general, this chart just trades beautifully. I mean, since it took off in November, it has not broken the bands on the daily, you know, but for one day by like 2%. Absolutely beautiful chart. The all-time high is actually on DeFi is like in the 70s. So I think this has got a good 10x in it this year. Hey, what's up, Silicon? Check out Meow. Yeah, I've checked out Meow. I don't got room for it. I know a lot of influencers are in that one. It's a good meme. Everyone likes this cat and CL on Twitter and whatever. I just... Whoever this is, I don't care to trade in the same direction. But it looks good. It looks good. It looks quite similar to Omnom's chart, honestly. Pretty healthy price action. I think it looks okay. I've just got too many memes, you know. I've got probably half my portfolio in memes. Which if I was trading 10 and 20K, it'd be, you know, whatever, but my portfolio is a bit too big to be as heavy on memes as I am. I mean, it's a wee bit unnerving. You say you'd love more circle in the pod, come from 1% more on base in general. Definitely. I think base is going to have an insane run. I mean, it's already had a pretty good run. You know, everyone's talked about it. The whole Coinbase smart wallet that's going to be released. I mean, I just think Base is going to be the go-to chain for degenerates that are native to Coinbase. We'll have to see how fluid the wallet works with bridging and all that good stuff. And I don't know. I think there's a lot of opportunity. I personally think Circle is really cool. Got in at a great price from like 10 to 13 or something like that, 13, 14. And as far as I know, the circle is still a circle, so you know, nothing left for me to do. And then Pod comes from I missed the whole P Pods run up, you know. Mushroom was talking about it in the chat, or maybe it was Slade at like the Pico bottom before it did like a 50x, and I totally just missed it. So this is kind of my revenge trade on missing P's. I know this is not the same kind of project. It's a bit different. They're not like leveraging the volatility or whatever, but it's very similar. I think this will open for an extremely high TVL for them eventually. And the chart's been going very nicely so far. You know, it's pretty illiquid. Again, here comes Twitter want to shit on me for shilling a liquid shitcoin. I ain't gonna make you buy. I think it's interesting and I have some. And that's that, you know. Just, in general, yeah, I do want more base exposure. Right now, I have Pod, I have Circle. Dog's technically on base, but it's not a base native project, so I don't really count that. What else in here is on base? Is it EMP on base? No, that's not. Oh, I still have the Elon RWA airdrop I got for my retro doges. This was a fat airdrop too, so I'm just kind of holding it. I don't know. I think it's kind of fun. I'm not gonna say it's the best meme, but I like it enough. And it's still been, you know, pretty steady little uptrend. So why not? That makes sense for me to puke it here, honestly. What else? Oh, and Gigacat. I mean, come on. It's a Gigacat. Like, and a lot of people are concerned about this big dump, but actually, there's one person that sniped an insane amount of the supply, like 30% or something. And we've been tracking his wallets, and he puked. I'm pretty sure puked all of it on this dim. I think he was done somewhere in here. So now that he's out, maybe this can kind of have a real chance to go on a run. Volume's been really positive lately. I think it looks pretty solid. So that's kind of one of my main meme exposures. And then Condo, again, I don't know. He's, you know, I mean, 600K, I feel like I can talk about that liquidity without getting hanged. It's going to buy me a condo. Like, what more can I say? So I got a fat bag of this in the somewhere in this candle. I can't remember. Under 1,000, I believe. But yeah, we're talking about that in the base DJ's channel and Blockcircle. You'd rather keep stables as USDT or just BTC eighth? Yeah, I usually just do USDT, USDC. I know it's not really, you know, it might not be safe long term, you know, you get inflated, blah, blah. But I don't really ever hold Bitcoin or ETH. I mean, I have, you know, a decent amount of ETH just scattered across my wallets. But for the most part, yeah, I just keep it in stables, and I rarely even hold stables, dude. If I have stables, I usually rotate them into something else pretty quickly. It's really hard for me to sit on my hands. It's one of my bigger flaws, especially in a time right now where the market is just so ripe with opportunity. Boop looking good. Boop is looking good. For those of you that don't know, my buddy actually airdropped me a bunch of this. Not from the team or anything. He had a bunch. He was like, you know, if I give you some of this, will you give it a look? And I was like, are you sure, bro? This, you know, shit's probably gonna go up. I don't want it, like, but he offered, and so I'm not like shilling it or anything, but it does look good. Arbitrum just hasn't, you know, it's not really had that. It's not had that hype that matches its TVL, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe you guys have seen something different. I've never seen anything hype on Arbitrum since like a year ago when the whole ARB airdrop was coming and whatnot. But as far as I know, this is like the main meme coin, and I love the Boop meme. My buddy Hirsch uses this one a lot. I think it's cute. I think it's fun. But yeah, I did not buy this. My buddy gave me some of his. Yes, for exposure. I'll happily talk about it, but just to be clear, I didn't buy it. It is a nice chart, though. Targets, though, I mean, here's the thing with meme coins. It's kind of, I don't have any idea, you know. It's hard to put a target on it because there's no real way to, like, figure out its worth. You know, if you compare it to other meme coin runs, you could see, like, oh, WIF captured X% of Solana's market cap, or Shiba Inu captured X% of ETH's market cap, or blah, blah, blah. That's the only real comparison you could use. And if that's the case, you know, maybe 5% of ARB, which is what, a billion or something? 4 billion. So there you go. Maybe a couple $100 million for Boop. How many multiples is your conservative target for your portfolio? If I hit a 4x from here, I will have hit all of my goals for this cycle. Like my outlandish goals for this cycle. So that's it. a 4x in my portfolio is all I need to get my goals. I'll happily take higher, but expect some reckoning on the charts when I hit 4x. There will be signs. There will be signs. No, I'm just playing. I'm gonna try and go easy, but when I get that point, there's no bag, honor, ability. Some people talk about, what is it? Like being respectful to the chart. I don't know what the hell that means. Ain't nobody told me I had to be respectful when I started buying and selling stuff. Like, ain't nobody got a problem with me when I'm doing this. When I'm ripping the chart 50% up in one candle because I want my bag, and then the chart ends up like this 2 days later. But if I'm doing this, oh my gosh, everyone has a cow trying to dox me and shit. But nah, when I want out, I a fucking Nara. So if you follow me on stuff, you know, that's how I be doing it, right? But not always. You know, I'm not always like that. But when I hit my goals, then no, it is what it is. Anyways, I definitely missed a comment here. We looked at index again. My targets for this, I believe, Coinbase invested in the private raise they did years back at like $30, and a bunch of other VCs did too, but most of those VCs puked it. Coinbase actually held, and I got a feeling on their own private wallets they probably added. So I imagine they'll probably see this at least $30 at some point this cycle. So I'm diamond handing. I'm not selling a piece of it. The products they offer are actually extremely impressive. Think about all those like FTX indexes that, you know, everyone was trading, the DGen index, the shitcoin index, the DeFi index, all that stuff. It's going to have all that. It's going to have, you know, connections to ETFs, a bunch of cool stuff you can do with your ETH. I mean, it's a great project. Anyways, I want to keep going through my positions. I'm getting too distracted. So still looks pretty good. I've actually sold a decent chunk of this during this pullback. I think I've got, let me check my tracking sheet. I've got about 60 to 65% of my size left. So still a significant chunk in this, but it's been a good run. I probably should have TV'd more into this region. I was trying to wait for 200 million. But I don't know. When I want to rotate into new stuff, I only got so many bags to choose from, and this was one that took some cuts. But I think overall still looks solid. We really just need to see some progress from the team. I think people are getting antsy until their app comes out. Other than that, still solid. Circle, it's a base meme coin Ponzi with a really cool design. I'm not going to go into the whole details behind it, but I think it's really dope. The fake Zuzu got in and then he sold. So we've already gone through that arc in this coin. Overall, probably one of my favorite things on base. Cat with bag. What's there to say? It's a cat. It's got a bag. Simple as that. I bought a bunch around 5 to 6 cents, and I bought a little bit more around 5 to 3 cents. I would love to buy more, but I have had zero luck bridging to Solana the last couple of days. So I've pretty much just given up. We'll let the Solana bags ride. And that'll be the end of that. Game Hub, I'm actually in the speed round for this one. Sorry, I thought I had a sneeze coming. I think this is actually a really solid project. In general, my GameFi exposure has been a little bit weak. As a lot of you guys know, I actually puked my Tropica bag after being so confident in it last year. I puked it for like a fucking 2x. And it ended up running, God knows how much, like 100x for my entry. I mean, I can't even look at the chart. It makes me sick. Went to $50. Yeah, I accumulated the shit out of this. Back here, from like 30 to 50 cents. Saw a nice run up. Went through this, whatever the hell that was. And then scaled out in like the 90s and 80s. And then months later, it just kicked off an insane run, leaving my stupid ass behind. That's all right. It's okay to be humble sometimes. But yeah, since then, my GameFi exposure has been kind of weak, so I was happy to participate in the seed sale for this. I think the project's really solid. You hold Genius or NMT? No, not anymore. Are you staking Circle? I try not to stake anything, dude. So no, I'm not staking Circle right now. CKML and Cosmic, yep, no problem. Thoughts on Say? We can look at that too. I want to keep going through some of these though. EFI, leverage bet on AMPL, not much to say there. Looked pretty good in the 700s, had a nice higher low. M0, another kind of GameFi-ish exposure. They're not making their own game or anything, but they're going to allow you to trade Steam assets, which I think is really cool, given all the bullshit that Steam kind of does to people that own their assets. Like, oh, you just bought this, you can't trade it for 2 months or whatever it is. Like, this way, you get your asset, you can trade it immediately. I think this is really undervalued. The chart is actually so nice. I still have how much of this? I think 80% of my bag, something like that. Still heavily exposed. Why did you sell them? I just wanted to take some other plays. Genius, particularly, I did not like the look of the chart, and some of the stuff I was reading about the team and the leaders, wasn't really feeling it. NMT was strictly a liquidity play though. I just needed some fat liquidity for something I was buying. I can't even remember what it was. I think it might have been Circle. Maybe. I can't remember though, but Genius I really didn't like that much anymore. NMT, I still like the project. I was pretty heavy in it and it was really thick liquidity. Versus if I want to get out of, say, VMint, if I exit my position, it'll be down here. You know, NMT, I barely even moved the chart when I got out multiple $100,000. So sometimes I just gotta play the liquidity game. Speaking of VMint, still looks really solid. I haven't actually had a chance to use Mint Swap yet. I'm curious if any of you guys have, but supposedly you can trade on Ethereum with like $5 fees over there or something, or $10 fees, which for Ethereum is pretty damn good. But again, I think there was a lot of hype leading up to that, and naturally people are going to sell the news. This chart, this is kind of BS. I don't remember if this was an MEV bot or what it was, but now the chart looks kind of wonky after that. I don't remember exactly what happened, but anytime you see a candle like that, I just assume it's a MEV bot. Other than that, chart looks really solid. I would like to see us remain above this level around 3 cents. Liquidity definitely needs work. I've mentioned it to the team. I don't know if they're going to do anything about it. Some teams just don't have, $500,000 they can throw liquidity, but if they do, they should, because that is tragic for $30 million market cap. GPT, censorship, resistant AI kind of stuff. Pretty cool. Happy with my size. Chart looks a bit weak, I'll say. I wouldn't be surprised to see this float back under 3 cents at some point. But probably won't buy anymore. I'm pretty happy with my size here. WMC. I haven't really talked about this one much. I kind of just bought it last year on like a whim. Ryan mentioned to me. I didn't really think it was ever going to cash, but it's the first ERC20 token ever. Like the first token ever launched on Ethereum. I think that has some merit. So I bought some at like $2 to $4 last year. I should have bought more on this pullback, but I kind of chickened out. Only 7,700 coins available on DEX. And because it's the first ERC20 token, this is the real market cap, but I imagine a stupid amount of this coin is just lost. People that lost their wallets, people that aren't in crypto, people that maybe don't even remember they had this. I think so much of it, this real market cap is probably like 10 million or something. I mean, it's probably stupid low. But yeah, I'll definitely buy more if we get back under like 10 to 20 again. I don't know if we will, but I'll definitely double up my size. Emerald, just some real world asset exposure. Chart looks good. I got in on the seed sale for this one. I can't remember if I'm invested or not, but took some profits this week. Talked about it in Blockcircle. Looks pretty solid. SETI, kind of just a bet on the Tau ecosystem. 20 million for a Tau low cap doesn't seem that expensive. Chart has been kind of eh. You know, really wanted to see some strength above this little high. We just couldn't get it, so that's a bit disappointing. But I do like how liquid it is for the market cap it's at. In general, I don't have any Tau ecosystem exposure, so this is my only bag. I'm probably just gonna diamond hand it unless there's some serious information that comes out against it. EMP, I honestly can't even remember what this one does, if I'm being frank. But I remember being intrigued when I read about it, and I have seen no reason to get rid of it yet. Again, a little bit weak the last few days, but I think that's partially just due to that Bitcoin pullback. So as long as we can stay above 40, I'm happy to be involved in this one. Again, really good liquidity for being such a low market cap. Elon real world asset, just a base meme coin. I got airdropped to me. Pod, sort of like these on ETH, but on base. A little bit different though. ASG, more GameFi exposure. I think it's the Necoverse, if I recall correctly. Actually really like what they're building. It's my only like Beam chain exposure, so pretty much diamond handing this one. I did buy some more in here somewhere, but no interest in selling that. Boop, main Arbitrum meme coin. Again, my buddy airdropped me some of his bag, but I told him, yeah, I'll keep it, you know, see if it goes to 100 million. IRS, probably get lynched for talking about this one. You know, I'm definitely not suggesting anyone buy it, but this project was either, I don't know what happened. I don't know if the team left or if it was like originally something shady going on, but my buddy basically took over this project, IRS, Internal Retard Service. I think it's a great name, great meme. And he's like, hey, I'll airdrop you a little bit since we've been friends. We've worked together before. I was like, you sure? I don't remember what he sent me. Maybe like $100 or something, but I was like, you know what? This looks cute. And so I bought a little bag just to kind of, you know, help support him. You know, you're going to airdrop me some money? Great. I'll buy in and support your project. And it's actually gone ballistic. And still very low market cap. But, you know, it's completely illiquid. So, not recommending anyone take this train. Not recommending anyone buy it. Please, crypto Twitter, don't roast me, for God's sake. But I'm holding on mine. I think it looks cool. I enjoy this meme. Memes. I think most of you guys know the memes image, right? Memes. Most of us know him. Rest in peace. Yeah, that's that narrative. First meme coin on Solana, by the way. We like the memes. Almost done, guys. I'm gonna read the comments, but catch up. Gauss. Honestly, one of the most pleasant and interesting Telegram bots that I've used since like the Unibot era. I basically was just super over Telegram bots. Did not find them that useful for the most part. I know BananaBot is great and like using that's got good revenue share and stuff. But to me, that was like, you know, that kind of meta was kind of not over. Just we've already seen it, right? To me, Gauss was something fresh. They have like a list of like 3 million wallets, and you can comb through them and see who's bought what. You know, if they were a sniper, if they bought block 0, how long they held, the alpha ratio, profit ratio, scam percentage, all these cool statistics. And then you can add these wallets to a list and you can mirror their trades. I think it's pretty dope. I didn't put any significant amount in the bot. I'm just kind of testing it out, seeing how it performs, but I think it's really fun. Their highest tier is 8 million tokens, and there's only 23.5 million left on exchange. So I think this is going to send. I think this is going to send pretty hard. I accumulated mine on this pump. My average is probably not that good, you know, probably somewhere in here. But I actually really like this project. And then GigaCat. It's GigaCat. It's a GigaCat on base. I don't feel like I need to say any more. And then, oh yeah, and then Condo. Which again, can I talk about this? 620K? Like I can. what's there to really say? It's gonna buy me a condo. He's got some jamming music. Anyways, it's pretty banging. It's a base meme coin. And unlike most, their treasury invests in like real world assets. So they're gonna end up having a pretty fat treasury eventually. So I like that about them. And that's about it. Then I have some like shit coins that I bought from Gauss, but I don't really look at that. Then Welsh looks good. I got some nothing on stacks and some Pepe on stacks. And that's the lineup amongst, you know, maybe a couple other dozen shit coins. I mean, I have just an unbelievable amount of small bags that I barely even track anymore. Anyways, let me back up into these comments a little bit. Dave said, what are you most excited for the remainder of 2024? Crypto-related vacations, fun side projects. Oh my gosh, I'm most excited to get my damn track hog back after being in the shop for 2 years, which hopefully happens this year. I hope they don't let it get to 3. This vacation I'm going on in a couple weeks, I think it'll be really, really fun. Proposing to my girlfriend. Making a boatload of money. Contemplating maybe moving back closer to my folks. What else do we got? I think a new Bleach art comes soon. That'll be freaking sick if that happens. Tower of God season 2 anime coming this summer. Oh, can't wait. They get a little bit of shape, lose a little bit of weight. That always feels good, man. As far as side projects, I don't really have any side projects I'm working on. I did invest in my buddy's fashion brand, which I'm really excited for. It'll be fun to see how that turns out. But yeah, I mean, I'm basically just, focusing balls deep in Blockcircle and crypto right now. Still got Nexera. Chart looks good. I think I still have a moon bag. Check my spreadsheet. I might not. I can't remember. Maybe I cut my moon bag. Probably a mistake, but yeah, I think I cut my moon bag. But I agree. Nexera does have a good chart, and I think in general is a really good project. Just only so much room, man. Yeah, this chart looks great. I think I cut my moon bag on this pump. It's been a good trade for Blockcircle, though. We got it in here. Had a nice little pump since then. Probably goes to $1 in the bull market. C'est la vie. How do you feel about Genius? Oh yeah, we talked about that earlier. I don't really like it. I don't know. Just from what I was hearing behind the scenes, like the internals with the CEO are kind of like a little bit sketch. I promised I wouldn't talk about it, but yeah, I just wasn't really liking the look of the project after kind of reevaluating it, and the price action, of course, too, was just horrific. What's your strategy for finding new coins? I mean, nowadays it's just word of mouth. It used to be deep diving on CoinGecko and stuff, but it's most of these are brought to me by you guys and by my friends. Like pretty much, and sometimes I'll find them on Twitter. And now using the Gauss spot, I'm seeing a ton of new projects the moment they launch, like ZK Tau and Raw Block looks pretty decent. PSAI looks pretty decent. What else was there? But for the most part now, it's just my network, dude. You cannot understate network value. Any new ordinal or BRC20 plays you're looking at? Not really. I loaded up pretty hard on ordinals when I did. Check. I have an app where I track these. Let me see how that's doing. I don't even check up on them daily. Yeah, I mean, half of it is Bitcoin puppets, which I should have gotten more of. And I got some Nat Cats, which I still like. People kind of hating on Nat Cats. I still think they're pretty solid. I got bitmaps from last year. I got a couple of quantum cats. I just got some rune pups, which is like a fat airdrop, honestly. Got some CC zeros. I'm mining runes with my bonies, my burials. I got a few Bitcoin punks, you know, some hashlings, runestone. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't know how much. It's like 4, maybe not 4. It's like 3 or 4% of my account, which is, you know, maybe not a lot to some people, but for me, that's enough for ordinals. You know, I don't really feel the need, excuse me, feel the need to add anymore. And as far as BRC20s go, I've never really gotten into those that much. You know, it's like DeFi Bitcoin basically, and for me, Stacks is also a DeFi Bitcoin play, and I'm already very heavy in that. Thus that I don't feel the need to overexpose myself any more than I have already. But in general, I mean, it's a Bitcoin puppet market right now. I'm interested to see how the whole runes thing is gonna go. That's something I'm quite unfamiliar with. I don't really know what to make of it. It'll be pretty interesting to see how it goes. Yeah, I think CC zeros are a pretty good bid right now. I think they're pretty undervalued. I still think bitmaps are going to be one of the top ones. They're so cheap to buy. I bought some rare sats too last year, and those are just kind of getting shat on. I think I bought most of them for like 400, 500, and they're like 140 now. We'll see how that goes. When Zhao official call? I mean, probably never, dude. I sniped this on the Gao spot, and then one of the homies in the chat was like, you know, whenever you go small, it goes crazy. I was like, well, screw you. I'm gonna go buy 7 ETH of this right now. I did, and so it was kind of just like a whim play. I don't really think it's honestly anything special, but it's got some nice traction. I'm mainly just holding so I can say I was in from here and rode to 100 mil. I'm up 10,000x. But you know, do I add to? I don't know. I don't even know what it does. I'll be frank, I don't even know what it does. When I first sniped it, the website was horrible. Wow, they've definitely upgraded it since then. I guess it's like ZK Snarks for Tau or something like that. It seems I don't think it's worth making an official call. And in general, I don't really like making an official Blockcircle call when I'm already up on my money. I'd like to make it an official call as I buy it. So, probably won't ever be an official call. Yeah, I would cover more on ordinals, guys. I'm just not like super in tune with it. You know, I don't want to speak too much on something that I'm not, super informed on. I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea. So I'm not going to cover it that much. But I do think in general, ordinals are very undervalued. You know, if you compare them to like, I mean, think about CryptoPunks. We have not seen anything blow up like CryptoPunks or Bored Apes did. Didn't those go to like over 100 ETH? It was something like that. Yeah, 125 ETH. What was that at peak? They were like 5K ETH. That's $600,000 per this. What's the most expensive thing now? A Node Monkey at what, like 30K? Yeah, I think ordinals are gonna go much higher. And then again, don't get me wrong, I'm happily exposed. I have hundreds of thousands of dollars in ordinals. I'm just not super in tune or informed with them. So, you know, I'm gonna kind of stick to my corner, if you know what I mean. And I do feel like that narrative is warming up. Absolutely. What's the sum up of what higher tiers in Gauss gets you? There's a thread. Read on it somewhere. There you go. I'll link the thread in the chat. Are you watching on YouTube? I'll post it in here. I'm not sure if it'll show up. Does it post it to Twitch? Oh no, it posted to Twitch and YouTube. I guess it won't post on Twitter. But if you don't see it, I can send it to you in the DMs. There's a post on all the different things it gives you. Fashion, but it needs distribution. Oh, okay, sure. I'll let him know. He's got some pretty solid connects in the fashion industry, though. I'm not sure if he needs assistance. Too many good tokens. There really is more this cycle than ever before. There's just too much good stuff to own. There's too much stuff that's running, too much stuff that's gonna run, too much stuff that looks ready, too many decent narratives to be exposed to. Like, you just have to accept you can't have it all. I can only dilute myself so much. I've already sold like more dog and Creso than I want to fund other positions. I can only go so far. There's just so many bags that I would like to have that I don't, that I wish I still had. I just try not to look back on it like it doesn't matter. Oh, I could have made this money. I don't care. You know, I really just don't care that much. If I'm making profit this month, this year, I'm good with it. If I feel like I'm outpacing most of the market, I'm good with it. If I'm doing better than I did last year, I'm good with it, right? I don't need to ride every bag up to the max peak. I don't need to be exposed to every 50 or 100x. I just don't care. Right? I have high conviction in my stuff for the most part. You know, obviously not everything, but my big bags I have high conviction in. I'm happy to be exposed. Good problem to have, I would say so. Reckon you'd be able to give us a 2-minute breakdown of what you look for when you hear about a new coin you're interested in researching? I actually had a post in Blockcircle about that. Let me see if I can find it because it'll be better than what I can give you in 2 minutes. Take me 2 minutes to find it. Is this it? I don't mind going through it, but I did a nice little write-up. Oh well. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. I mean, obviously, you know, fundamental analysis. I like for a project token to have some kind of utility, but not always. Obviously, stuff like meme tokens are not really utility. I like a good ratio of liquidity to market cap, but again, not always necessary. Sometimes you make the gamble that you can buy when it's low liquidity and you can sell later on when it's higher liquidity. I like, in general, the shinier stuff. I'd most rather be in mostly new stuff. As you can see, most charts I have pulled up were launched in the last year. Versus, you know, I have a few plays like Omnom that have been around a long time, like Ampleforth that have been around a long time, like Dog. But for the most part, I like to be in newer stuff. The market just always likes shiny stuff. You know, I generally like for this to be unique. I mean, sometimes I'm happy to take a beta play of something else, but I still like there to be something unique about it. I like to see that other smart money is paying attention to this. Tokenomics can be kind of hit or miss. I really prefer it to be fully diluted, but if it's not, I like to at least see an emission schedule that's not going to severely affect me while I'm invested. You know, if I think I can be out of a project by the end of the year, and the fully diluted value, like here, like EMC, for example, is a great example of this, right? A lot of people are just not going to buy this because they're going to see it as 1.5 billion. But in reality, by the end of 2024, there's only going to be like 80 million tokens circulating, which puts this at, you know, $130 million market cap or something. So this is fine by me because in the time frame I'm looking to be invested, this is not going to come to fruition. You know, if I wanted to hold this 10 years, this would be a problem because that's almost certainly going to affect me. So in general, I like to see either fully diluted value or tokenomics, emission schedule, whatever, that's not going to screw me in my preferred time frame. I like to be in something that looks like it can catch hype, right? Like some things are good and they're just never going to catch hype, right? Like, I don't know why it is, but it just is that way sometimes. Post in Discord. It was definitely in Discord. I was trying to look up some keywords that I used in it, but I went through a whole list of stuff of like different factors I look for when I'm researching low caps. Anyways, that's kind of a baseline, right? You know, price actions hit or miss. Like sometimes, you know, if you're looking at a project and it looks like this, what is there to go off of? Or even like this, you know, it just launched. If it's 3 or 5 million market cap, it's pretty much a bet to zero. Like I'm not gonna stop loss at 1.5 million. But yeah, that's kind of the baseline. Again, there's a bunch of other things that can't go into it. I really, really hate taxes. I'm so over every new coin has to have a 5.5 tax. It's just the norm. You're going to lose 10% when you trade this. It's just so stupid. I'd rather them have team tokens. You know? Like, I just hate it. Hate taxes. I mean, I'll still buy and sell stuff if it has taxes. It's not going to stop me from getting an investment. But I hope this tax meta just ends sooner or later. I'm so sick of it. What's that Zao coin? Like I said, I really don't even know much about it. I'm sure if you look up the ticker on Twitter, someone will give you a rundown. I sniped it with the bot and I bought some more on a whim just to kind of almost make a joke for one of my friends. And it's actually working out really well. It's basically ZK Snarks with Tau, I'm pretty sure. You know, as seen from the name ZK Tau. There you go. ZK Snark, AI narrative. Yeah, I don't even know if it knows what it is. It's AI. It's also ZK Snark. It's also Deepin. But I do really like, not only is liquidity locked, it's got 1 million in liquidity for 5 mil market cap. That means potentially upwards of 10 mil liquidity at 50 million. Not that they always grow 1 to 1, but that would be insane. Actually insane. The daily chart looks like this. that is early. No interest in selling this. I can't really honorably make it an official call because I'm up, a bajillion X on my sniper entry, and I'm up a few X on my spot entry as a joke. Where would you look to TP? I mean, I'll be pretty happy with 50 to 100 mil. I'm really gonna try and let it ride all the way there. Probably TP this week. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe I'll TP this week. I don't know. I gotta raise like 200K for my portfolio somewhere. I might just trim some Welsh. But Welsh looks really great right now, so I don't really want to. I've already cut a crease, so I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. I really don't want to touch Zao though. I'm pretty sure I won't touch this. I feel very early in this. It's only been out like 2 or 3 days. Nobody's talking about it yet. It seems pretty legit. Taxes, yeah, I don't like that, but it seems pretty dope. How many holders? It's already got 1,500 holders in the first 2 days. Like, oh look, there's me. I'm #1 holder. On a whim. Anyways, I think it looks pretty dope. I'm not gonna sell any of this for my TP this week. I don't really in general want to sell stuff that I have to sell a lot of the bag. That's why I'm probably leaning towards Welsh. I can sell 5% and raise all the money I need for my IRL stuff. So that's probably what I'm doing. Ideally above a penny. I'm not in a rush necessarily, but I leave for vacation in 2 weeks, and I kind of like to get it done before then. So, oh shit, and I still owe Basil 20K, so I gotta find that somewhere too. We heard you like ZK and Tau, so we decided to put some ZK inside your Tau. I mean, surely that's all the team was thinking. I'm not even remotely confident that there's anything being built in the back for ZK Tau. Not even remotely. Someone asked me on Twitter, what's the ticker of GOL spot mentioned on stream? Is he trying to give me to say like the N word or something? Soul spot. Alright, I said it. I don't know what he could be referring to. Maybe I just said a slur in another language. All right. I've pretty much gone through everything that I wanted to look at. Let me check my spreadsheet, make sure I didn't miss anything. Bitcoin puppets. I mean, what's there to talk about? They're going on a fucking tear. I only bought 7 of them. I should have bought like 30 of them. That was one of my bigger whips this cycle. But nonetheless, good entry with Blockcircle puppets around 0.1. That was a good buy. This could be interesting. Is this worth talking about? Is this worth talking about? Maybe. So there's this coin called Bells, which was created by the Dogecoin founder before he launched Dogecoin. And so I bought a fat bag. I mean, this whole daily candle is pretty much me. From 20 to 30 cents. Just to be transparent. Right. I already talked about it in the Blockcircle, but I don't know. you know, Dogecoin creator made Dogecoin, and before that, he made Bells, and Dogecoin is just a fork of Bells. Me? And the logo is like the Animal Crossing bells, which I think is really cute. I love Animal Crossing, so I don't know. Worth mentioning or not, I'm not really sure. I'm a pretty big holder. As you can see, though, liquidity is pretty rough. You know, even to buy like 25K, you push up to 60 cents, which is really not that bad, actually. Liquidity could definitely be a lot worse. But like, if you wanted to get 100K of this, I mean, you just can't. You just can't. The highest sell in the books is 79 cents. Anyways, thought that might be worth mentioning. Oh, yes, IXS, right. Condo! Gotta make condo. Actually love that tree. What is this? Is this Bitcoin DeFi? Have we looked at this last stream? Uniswap for security tokens and tokenized stocks. That's pretty dope. I'm assuming we're trusting that it's actually all licensed. I think that's a dope narrative. I think that's really solid. You know me, not gonna buy it when it was a penny at the end of last year and it's 50 cents now, but you know, if you accumulated during the bear market, I mean, you're actually just chilling. But I buy it up here. I don't know. I mean, you can throw out the number as well. The market cap of all security tokens and tokenized stocks is blah, 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 blah. This is only 100 million. Maybe. The liquidity is pretty bad for its market cap, I'll say that. I'm guessing it's on some kind of centralized exchange, maybe. Chart looks okay. You know, near-term trend's kind of cooked. Reclaim like 75 cents, it's gonna start looking pretty solid again. I don't know, if I was in this, I would probably just diamond hand it. You know, I'm trying to diamond hand most stuff until cycle high anyways. I would say the chart kind of looks like it did back here. Oops. You know, after this near-term trend was kind of cooked. That's kind of how it looks now. If you form a bullish hammer, though, here, if you close back above like 70 cents, maybe it's fine. But for now, it looks like maybe it wants a little bit lower, maybe like 50 cents. Solid project, though. Oh, it is truly licensed, investment by Coinbase. Well, there you go. Probably undervalued then. Where does the deep obsession with sheepdogs come from crypto? I don't know. Probably from Americans being obsessed with Japan. Not really. It's probably just because Doge was the original, the original meme coin. Well, technically Bells came before Doge, but Doge is the first meme coin that went ballistic. Thus, people tried to do it themselves with another dog. Right? Might as well do it with a similar dog, like, oh, the same dog, Shiba Inu. You have the Keems dog, the Bonk dog. But, you know, where does it truly originate from? If it's not, you know, Doge did it, so now everyone's doing it. I honestly have no idea. ATART chart looking sexy. I would absolutely agree with that. ATART chart looks very good. You guys can all meme on me because I sold the rest of mine in here. Average sale like $1. Still 3x, all right? You can't meme too hard. I banged a damn 3x out of it. Or 3 to 5x. Yeah, that was a whiff. Moreover, I think I put this one into the BlackRock Fi. It's either that or it was Vector Reserve. Either way, both of those went down, and this went up like 5x. So big ups to them. Still a little bit pissed that the ATART team screwed me out of the money they owed me, but life goes on. Does look very good. This is probably going to at least $10 this cycle. Should be no problem. All right, let me see. There's bells. I don't think I'm gonna look at Dogecoins. I don't think anyone cares about Dogecoins. Stable. Oh yeah, I did buy some DPay on Degen Network last week and got absolutely hammered. I think it's down now. I bought it like 17 mil market cap. It's at 6 million already. Absolutely destroyed on that one. And on top of that, Degen's probably down too, and that's what its valued is. So just absolutely wrecked. What else? Still got some Wombat. Still got Retro Doges. Still got my Pride, my Duobag, MSP. Still got some Cadence. Pretty much everything. Oh yeah, someone wanted to look at Prime. My apologies. That was one of the first things asked on stream. It'll be one of the last things we look at. Prime is just goated. Like, the chart is fantastic. Oh, normies. Normies hate this. I'm not sure if you guys saw the. Let me pull it up. It actually had me cheesing. It's almost like proof that that retail is not back. Where is it? Damn, not so fast. So much. It's more than I do. Ah, here it is. Let's see. Can I show this? You never know. So you're showing something on Twitter, and all of a sudden someone's throwing the N-word out there. You always gotta be careful in your stream. I think we're probably okay. Here we go. Someone posted, I think, in the Hearthstone Reddit or something about Parallel coming for Hearthstone, or I don't know, something, which I don't think Parallel's coming for Hearthstone. I think there was one Hearthstone streamer that partnered with Parallel. Probably saw a good paycheck, power to him and all that. But the subreddit for this Hearthstone game is just so triggered. Like, you can still tell the majority of average people hate NFTs, hate crypto bros. Like, we're still early, I'm pretty sure. The whole vibe towards crypto bros still is just it's great. You love to see it. So people are hating on Parallel and Normie World, so I'm even more bullish until these guys want to buy our bags. One of the cleanest charts in crypto, just trades so nice. Like, such clean, nonstop, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, little trend break, lower highs, new trend break, lows, higher lows, higher lows, lows, higher lows, little trend break, lower highs, trend break. Like, it's just so clean. Like, you could easily capture, this whole run up, this whole run up, and this whole run up. I actually have some exposure to this. If you guys follow me for years, you know I was big on parallel all the way back to like 2021. I had Prime keys or Galaxy keys. I still have a bunch of Prime assets I haven't checked on in years. I don't even know if they're worth much, and I still have some Prime exposure outside of Blockcircle. But absolutely love Prime. I think people are really sleeping on this. I'm reasonably confident this goes to $100. AMBO, how's that doing? I think that's gonna be wrecked, brother. But I don't know. You know, it's a 15-minute chart. It looks kind of cooked, but the LP's burned, so I don't think it can be rugged. Let's just focus on the daily chart, right? It's a brand new daily chart. Oh, okay, that was inaccurate. The 4-hour. It looks kind of boned. But I don't know. I'm gonna diamond hand it. I had a similar one. PSAI looked pretty boned on its start, and it's already made a comeback. And so did RWV, and it's already made a comeback. So I don't know. With these like new launches, I'm just trying to risk very little and just diamond hand them. You know, see where they're at in a week, a month, 6 months. But no, we did not hit big on that one yet, brother. Oh, is it you Plaza? Yeah, sorry it took so long, dude. I think it looks absolutely amazing. Really great daily candle yesterday. You know, as long as we can respect like 17, kind of the daily uptrend, right? We're just trying to make a higher low now in front of here. So far, it looks like the 20 mark is the level. But even if we go a little bit lower, I think it's still okay. But you really want to respect this kind of 17 zone. I could see this turning out kind of like this did. You get a really nice candle, but then nothing comes of it. Yeah. Love. What do you think of Send? I don't know if we've looked at that one. Is that this? Or is it... which one is it? Stablecoin payments app? Is that on that Base? Base has two Sends. We have Send token and we have just Send. Oh, and we have Cinderella. And Send it. Oh gosh. Is this one Send Pix? We got attention. Let me check my spreadsheet. Did we do Keems? I think we did. We peaked IRS. Looked at SETI. Looked at Pod, EMP. OG Sminem. We didn't look at that. I don't really feel like we need to. Okay. Let's see. We've been going about 2 hours here. Maybe go a little bit longer. Then I gotta wrap up. I got a few things I need to do. Some days I always have stuff I have to do at night. Oh, thoughts on Say? Yeah, sorry about that. Definitely space on that one. Say. Well, it's in a bit of a tricky spot where technically, if you look at your bigger picture trend, probably something like this. Technically, you're still making higher lows. I don't like that you broke the bands, but your higher time frame trend is still very much up. It's definitely not the best looking chart though. But Whiff did something quite similar to that on the 4 hour back here. So losing EMA support is not the end of the world. But I definitely want to see kind of a trend break. Let's say you're gonna have to reclaim the mid 80s here. So I mean, you could definitely shoot your shot, with tight risk lows, and just play the 4 hour trend. If the 4 hour trend gets booked, I would probably step to the sidelines until it looks good again. Definitely not my favorite chart. The Saiyans are. I think in general, Say and Sui are probably going to have good runs. And who knows? Maybe we're just ranging top for a bit. As far as the intermediate term goes, it doesn't look great. To be conservative, you got to reclaim decent highs. All right, Plaza, take care. Thanks for tuning in, homie. God bless. Not the best looking chart by any means. Versus, something like Index, for example, is holding the bands all the way up. Now we're just sitting in what I call no man's land, where there's a big gap where I don't know if I want to put a number on it, but quite often when you break the bands, right, the 60 EMA, you often run to the 200 on the daily. I tend to try to avoid trading this region. Yeah, sometimes you break down and then you immediately reclaim it and you get a new trend and you're good to go after that. But sometimes I just rather avoid trading this and just wait for like a clean trend break to kind of get exposure again. Yeah, no problem. I'm happy to miss bottoms and tops and just catch the middle of moves. Oh, the music changed. All right. Any more questions? Anything you guys want to look at, or am I good to wrap her up here? I do apologize too. It's been a while since I've done a public stream, probably a good month now. But for those of you in Blockcircle, we do a stream same time we did this one every Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern time, and every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Then we have all kinds of streams. I don't even know how many streams we have going on. We have a German stream as well. I don't remember if that's on Sundays or Mondays. We have streams every day of the week. So any of you guys that aren't in there, we would love to have you. Join us at blockcircle.com. That's pretty much everything I wanted to hit on. All right, yeah, so we'll wrap it up here. This is a solid 2-hour stream. I appreciate all you guys that tuned in. I hope you found the stream entertaining and educational, all that good stuff. Let's trade smart this week. We got less than 2 weeks now. Bitcoin halving. Time to place your bets. Time to nut up or shut up. Hopefully this is our moment. There's much love to you guys. All the glory to God. Thank you, Jesus, for our wonderful stream and all these wonderful people that can be here. All the glory to God. Nothing without him. Amen. The Blockcircle guys, I will see you on Wednesday at 10 a.m. If you guys ever have any comments, questions, concerns, anything like that, feel free to hit me up on Discord or Twitter. Always make sure it's the Real Crypto Hunter. watch out for sketchy links, all that kind of stuff. Check BVM. All right, look at BVM, and then I'm signing out. I was eyeing the dip for a while, man. It's one of those things, by the time it looks good, I'm out of cash again, and like if I was gonna get some, it would have been in here, right after this little downtrend. This was kind of a golden accumulation range. It looks like it wants to rip now. Yeah, this is gonna be a sender. I don't know if this is true or not. I thought I heard this was like way higher market cap, but maybe it's locked up or something like that. Yeah, this chart looks super sendy. I mean, this is a classic W bottom. One of the sendiest looking charts we've seen on the stream, honestly. But actually, I probably won't. All right, that's going to do it. Thanks to you guys for tuning in. Much love. I will catch you all in the next stream. I'll try and do another public stream in maybe a couple of weeks. Try to have more for the private community, but every 2 weeks is kind of what I'm going for public streams. So hopefully we'll have another one sometime. Ooh, when's Bitcoin halving? Maybe we'll do a Bitcoin halving stream. That could be fun. I don't expect anything to happen at the halving. The moment the halving occurs, I don't think we're gonna rip to new highs. We could even end up seeing something like, this happen. Some bullshit. I do think post halving is gonna be awesome. Anyways, I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Much love. Take care. Peace.